Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. This is the Diamond Lounge, and you are here with me, Donnie C, and of course.
Your boy Scrap.
And today we are here talking about a topic that is gets a little bit heated, especially in the Black community. It has been over the last several years, actually. Really, I want to say probably since Jim Crow, wouldn't you say?
A long time.
Long time. So we are talking about the relationship between our community, the Black community, and police. Okay, and to start that off, I just want to lead with the video I actually posted this week, but in case you didn't catch it or you missed it, we're going to go ahead and just lead with that video right about now. So that's a crazy video, right?
So soon he got the car, was he being shot at?
No, not at all. Actually, I'm about to take these off. Sorry. So no, he was not being shot at. What you saw in that video was a man pulling up to the scene, an officer pulling up to the scene, hearing about, I guess they had a notice that someone had committed a crime, and so he pulled up on these people. It was two women, I believe, in the car, and he just started opening fire.
What?
They had no weapons on them. They had no guns or anything. One of them, I'm not sure if it's the passenger driver, got shot in the mouth. She's okay. She survived, but she was shot in the mouth. And the other one, I don't believe got hit at all. But
I would say shot in the mouth. I said, did she catch the bullet like on Bruce Leroy?
No. No. So, but the reason why he was running away like that was because he literally just got out the car and started freaking out and started opening fire. And what he was hearing, he was saying he was hearing gunshots like they were firing back. He was hearing his bullets ricochet, his own bullets.
Dude, that's what I was saying, dog. Like, did he get shot at first?
No.
Cause like as soon as he got out, he just started.
Yeah, he
started firing out.
Yeah.
I said, well, damn, what made him just fire off like that?
Because that's what I'm saying. Like, who knows? I'm not in his head. I can't say what made him, but it's like, obvious to look at it. It's like, well, it looks like he just panicked and freaked out and opened fire on these people. And of course they were Black women. It was, Black people. So that's kind of where this is the basis for why there is so much turmoil between, and in the relationship between the Black community and police officers, because too many situations such as this happen where it's like all of a sudden the officer is always in fear of their life when Black people are concerned, and they have to react in some very drastic and harsh and deadly way, as opposed to how many times do you hear about the incidents where a Caucasian assailant is taken in peacefully.
No, and them be the ones that's doing all of
Exactly.
the mass shooting.
They be having guns. They be shooting back. They're taken in, alive. So this is why, when you had spoke on it last week, and that's why I said I was glad you brought it up. The whole Black Lives Matter thing is relevant because it's not being seen in our community with our people amongst police officers, and that's a relationship that needs to be. I feel like it needs to be rebuilt, because we need to get back to a place where we are in a friendly state with the police officers, because police officers have a job. They have a legit job that is very respectful, and I appreciate everything that they do, but there is a breakdown, and that needs to be acknowledged. It can't be ignored. It can't be just pushed under the rug. It has to be acknowledged that there is a problem here.
Yeah, because it's automatic when African American involved. They already on.
They on edge already.
They're already on edge. It's automatic, just in their mind.
Shoot to kill.
It's like self-defense first, even though nobody did. The situation ain't cause for that.
Yeah.
Like they're already on go. That's the part. I don't think they. I think certain communities or whatever that they supposed to patrol or be in, I think they need to start having like some type of class or something.
They need to have an outreach. I feel like they need to have a, like I said, a unity kind of just come together moment with police present as well as the community president, to break down some of these walls and this stereotype and this fear that is apparently.
Yeah, that they have, like they just already, like they're already tense as soon as they see us. It's
Yeah.
like it's already.
And it's not
a violent mind frame. Soon as you know what I'm saying, they see us. I never got that.
What makes you, and why do you think that they already have an image of us in their head of?
I don't know, because I guess I don't know if it's because we're aggressive, like far as I ain't gonna say aggressive like towards police, but like we don't take shit. You know what I'm saying? If we know we're in the right, we're gonna say something back, or we gonna have
but that's assertive.
We gonna be outspoken, and and I don't know why they just already be just like on edge like that.
Yeah, because everything you just said, that's honestly just being assertive. And I know that I've seen one too many, way more than, I guess is publicized, Caucasians and even other races, period, that they have no problem being assertive. Like, they have no problem with saying what they're not going to do, what's going to happen. I've seen too many people talk crazy to police officers.
And I think their tone has something to do with it too. Because if you hear a white person or whatever, speak, or even when they mad, you be like, like you don't take them serious, because you be like, yeah, whatever.
So you don't feel like their tone is threatening enough?
Threatening enough for them to even.
Why is my tone? Is my tone threatening?
No, not right now. It's not. I'm not excusing what they do, but we're already, when we in defense mode, we're aggressive.
Mm-hmm. You mean just as a person, as a human being?
Yeah, as a human being, then even verbally, shit, we got some mouse on us. And I think, even like when white people are aggressive, their aggressiveness ain't even threatening. So I guess that's why they more laid back with them than with us.
It's not an excuse.
I'm saying I ain't justifying it. I'm just saying that I think that's why they be more threatened towards us first, because of the way we sound and the way we talk and our aggressiveness, or passionate about what we are saying.
Okay, but even still, that's, you know what? I won't even argue with that, because I feel like that's something that we would need to get from an actual officer to say, like, this is what it is,
Yeah.
Because with all of that being said, I'm like, that just shows that more reason why there needs to be education. There needs to be classes. There needs to be proper training on how to, de-escalate in this community, how to communicate with this community,
how to interact with black people, especially if you in an area that's high on crime, or whatever the case may be. You should be there interacting with the people, getting to know your community. Because some of them don't even worry about even trying to interact or get to know. That's why when I do be seeing on the internet, when laws you'll see them out there playing basketball with certain.
I love seeing that.
Because they're trying to get to know.
Yeah.
The people that they're dealing with.
And I love seeing that, and I wish that was promoted way more than it is, because that's exactly what we need. We need those. That's what I'm saying. Like, we need to rebuild that relationship, because it's just completely damaged and broken at this point.
But those are the ones that care, if you ask me.
Well, you're right. Those are the ones that care. But does that mean that more can't come on board if given a chance?
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes there always has to be a door open on both sides. There has to be a door that's open that says, okay, we're willing to give y'all a chance to show us different, as well as, hey, and we're willing to give y'all a chance to teach us differently, to teach us how to address y'all differently, and how maybe not to always be just so quick to go for the gun and, be trigger happy and all that kind of stuff. Like, it. I'm not trying to take away from the dangers of that job, because it is a dangerous job. That's why I said I respect it 100%, but the conversation has to be had, and to ignore it to me is very reckless and not beneficial, because you can't just choose to, ignore and act like there aren't any bad seeds just because they're police officers. Every profession, every field, they're human first.
So, some already have their own issues. Some probably already have anger management problems or whatever, and You know, and so they already on edge, and I think a lot of that need to be evaluated too, like with who you recruiting as officers.
Yeah.
You know, check their background, check their temperament. You know what I'm saying? Like what sets them off. You know, and put them in different scenarios to see what sets them off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think that'll help out a lot too. You know, put them in certain situations so they can know how to interact and when to be, you know, I guess take the right approach on different situations.
Very much so true. And before I continue, please, anybody out there watching, tag a friend, tag 3 friends, have a watch party, because we did start a little bit late. So just go ahead and let people know that we are on now. And this is a very important topic that needs to be discussed in our community. So with that being said, because what is your take on, I'll admit that sometimes I find it hard to defend the activities of those when they really are committing a crime.
Yeah.
You know, and the police come in and, you know, rough them up or whatever, and then they say, oh, police brutality because they handled them too roughly. You lived, but they handled you too roughly.
Yeah.
You know, for me, that's when you start drawing a line. Like I'm not trying to defend criminals. And
and especially some of the handle get when you see some of them get handled roughly, it's some of the time they beat and gave in, and they still get treated with such force.
And that's different.
And then somehow, and I guess it's just their way of letting you know, like, don't fuck with me, or whatever little. Just say you had them on a little chase or whatever, or, you know, they had to chase you down or whatever. It's more of a for putting me through this. You get what I'm saying? Oh, since you want to be a badass and have me chasing you all around this right here.
Now
okay,
I'm being bad. And
so now you feel like don't fuck with me when you see me, or when you see one of us. Don't mess with us. Like you should be able to resist as soon as you seen us. You know.
You should have gave in.
You should have gave in instead of putting us through all this. So now it's more of a showing you who has power.
But no.
I'm not justifying it. I'm sitting there saying that's why I can get it. That's why I get away get from that. You know, because a lot of stuff being like you said with the officers with their backgrounds. Some probably got bullied when they was, you know, got bullied in their upbringing. You know, and so now they by being a lawman, it's almost a legal way of assaulting.
True. Yeah, I mean, that's honestly, I think that has a lot to do with it in a lot of situations and instances. But I mean, I'm talking about the people, those individuals that, let's say, they are resisting the arrest, or let's say, you know, like I said, they did commit a crime. Mm-hmm. They are resisting their arrest, and you know. And then the outcry comes from, oh, well, they still handle them too roughly, but they're resisting. You know, like I feel like that kind of, that's when you start blurring the line of having an argument and just kind of just complaining a little bit.
Yeah, because then, you know, we probably could be putting that in their mind frame that, okay, with the next one, even if he is giving in, we still going to be rough with him because
the last was whatever.
You know,
and so that's what I'm saying. Like I really don't like mixing those two scenarios. Like, you know, if it's the case where, you know, you see that this person was, like I said, committing the crime and fighting back with the officers, and then but they treated them rough. I don't take up that argument. Yeah. I'm like, nah, you earned that a little bit. You know, they had to do what they had to do because you was fighting back. But the ones where, you know, for example, that one where they were just sitting in their car, or even the Philando Castile one where he was telling the officer, you know, hey, I have a gun, and trying to inform him of what he had so that he could be safe and still getting shot down. Those are the cases that I'm like, yeah, no.
Because it was an incident one time with me at school. A lawman roughed me up all because I laughed and turned around. Talking about, grab, you know how they throw your arm behind your back and all that, slam me on the ground, like held my face, had their hand on my face, and like had the pin down to the ground, like just doing my head like this, like with my cheeks actually rubbing the ground. Just, you know, and say, yo, what was all that? I'm like, man, shit, I ain't did nothing. You told me to get inside the gate because, you know, the bell already run to go, you know, first period. Bill already wrong. And he was like, we still standing out there, and hey, you need to, y'all need to go in there so y'all, go to class. Bill already wrong. Even though I had a few homeboys still standing like, man, fuck the police. I like shit, fuck it. I'm finna go ahead and go. And so, I'm walking off, and when I turn around and I look, they still right there, and the lawman telling them, hey, and I started laughing. And, I walked off. And what the fuck you laughing at? I'm like, man, shit, I ain't laughing at y'all. I'm really laughing because they ain't obeying y'all. That's why I'm laughing, and he just came up and just.
Wait, what did he do to them, though?
Nothing. And I'm the one that obeyed. And I don't know because they thought
so he felt like you were laughing at him.
I think that smirk, I don't know if that smirk was like rubbing him the wrong way or something, or that laugh was rubbing him the wrong way or making him feel embarrassed like I tried to show him up or something. I don't know.
And
And then I got suspended.
Really?
Yeah.
See, but that's the stuff I'm talking about. Like that ego, I feel like it needs to be checked in that profession. Like you really have to take your ego out of it when you are responsible for other people's livelihood. I mean, their lives and their safety. Like your ego.
Then go tell me somebody, I bet you won't be laughing. I ram your head in the trash can. Told me all that shit. That was a big ass that was a big old steel ass trash can too.
What you do to this officer? Why he had?
Man, I don't know. I ain't did none of that, old man.
That sound like
all that I did was laugh and turn my back.
That sound like y'all had history.
And I had a hoodie on. It was cold outside.
That sound like y'all had a history. He didn't like you.
I was Trayvon before Trayvon.
Look, he was waiting on you. I'm not gonna diss Trayvon.
No, I ain't gonna diss Trayvon. I was just saying.
Oh no, but
yeah, like I say, like those they just when they just feel like somebody showing them up or not obeying, like they just feel like they have to take physical action. Where really ain't nobody even opposing the threat, especially at school. So come on.
Do you ever feel like maybe how do you feel about the silence from all police officers? Like when stuff like this happens, like there is you get no kind of feedback from fellow officers. They don't speak out on anything. Like, I mean, does that ever make you think?
Yeah, because it almost make it like they condoning it. Because by you not saying anything at all, especially when all these lawmen being wrong, instead of them being like, yeah, they were wrong for their actions, and we're not trained to act like that, or and take or be like that in these certain situations. We're not trained like that. It gives the mind state like, this is how y'all are. Like what are they teaching y'all if they act like this and ain't nobody stepping forward, even saying that, hey,
yeah, because don't they say if you know about a crime that happened and you're aware of it, or you were there, or you were present, whatever, you don't say anything, and you don't. That makes you
you're accessory
to the crime. So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, it does go both ways. And when you don't speak up as an officer, as a lawman, all your fellow officers are not 100% right. They're not golden. They're not without fault or flaw. And so to not acknowledge, especially blatant
yeah, because like I said, it's almost like you condoning it.
Yeah.
By not speaking up on it.
And I feel like that adds to the tension of, just the tension that there is amongst the community and officers, because you see, it's like it really makes it divided, because you're like, well, like I said, I can acknowledge when there's wrong on our part. I can acknowledge, when this person, no, you deserve to get, taken down the way you got taken down or whatever. I can acknowledge that. How come it's so hard for another officer to acknowledge that this was wrong? This shouldn't have happened this way. You weren't supposed to do that, and this person shouldn't get a pat on the back, or they shouldn't get some kind of paid suspension, or which is basic justification. Let's say they should actually get a reprimand, or a consequence that has some kind of effect that means something.
Yeah, especially because in a day and time with everything being on camera, isn't that he say she say, everything on camera. It's like, what more needs to be said? Like, how can you still get off? I don't give what kind of lawyer you got. How can you still get off of you right here on camera?
Well, it was that, I don't know, I can't remember the name of the case, but it was one case where because there was an outrage, the person did get, I forget if he got indicted or went to the grand jury or something, but they did recognize that was a problem. He did, have charges filed against him, but then he got off when it went to, I think it just went to the grand jury. I don't think it went past the grand jury. I'm not sure, but he got off because there is basically jury people. I think it was just one man that was like, no matter what evidence he saw, short of that officer saying that yes, I did it on purpose, he was not going to convict him, no matter what. So, and because they had that kind of like they had. Was this? I think this might have been the one where he was shooting the guy in the back that was running away. It might have been that case. I don't know. It was one of because there's too many. So I can't. I don't know which one. It's too many cases. But that juror said that no matter what, he was not going to convict the officer because. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, how do you have all this evidence in your face?
And they be the ones to get off, and then if you have a robber robbed your house, broken your house, a burglar broken your house or whatever, and then you shot him in the back, then you gonna go to jail.
Yeah. And then
He was already playing, like, why you didn't have to shoot him in the, he was already okay, but y'all do the same, do the same shit, so y'all are here more responsible, more liable.
Y'all should be.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all get off, but someone who is not on y'all caliber, goes to jail.
True.
And they have to sit there and fight for defense, but like that right there, I never understood.
So yeah, I don't understand it either. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's time for an understanding. Like, we need to come together. It can't keep going down this road because it's really kind of scary, the road that it's going down, because you can't keep oppressing people that are basically refusing to be oppressed. It's not gonna happen. Yeah. You're gonna get fight back, and that pushback is just not gonna be a pretty sight if there's if the cries keep falling on deaf ears. The pushback is gonna be something serious.
Then I hate to say, and then that's why you have a lot of fight back now, I guess, with police officers, because like I can't even depend on y'all to even, well, the bad ones. You can't even depend on, you don't know who to depend on to even have your back. So you already on defense mode even when it is a lawman, you know what I'm saying, coming on the scene or whatever.
True.
So that's why they be like, shit, goddamn, even if I have my hands up, he still shoot me. If I tell you I ain't got nothing, he still shoot me. Like, shit. Like, goddamn, so now they more afraid you even get stopped by the law. So now when they do get stopped, shit, the first thing on their mind is, goddamn, shit, let me get the fuck on.
And then they get shot for that. Like, it puts you in a no-win situation. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's time for, a change has to happen.
Yeah, you just taking your look. Because don't get me wrong, like I said, it is, good ones out there, because I've been, pulled over and caught numerous times behind different situations. Either having a gun in the car, brass knuckles, that's a felony because you have a weapon. Yeah. Because it's a weapon.
Oh.
That either alcohol.
I don't have that.
Being intoxicated, but and I got let go of all of them just by the way I talk, and I wasn't aggressive or whatever, and my personality I fucking around made them laugh. It'd be different. It'd be little different shit that put them at ease to where when you do run across those good ones, your whole attitude will give you. And then they'll correct you, or, hey man, don't do this, don't do that, because if it was another lawman, they probably would have got you.
This would happen.
You know what I'm saying?
Because they already know.
You been some deep shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't one of them. You know what I'm saying? So so you won't go through them situations, man, you need to do this right here. And hey man, call somebody to come pick you up, man. It be different laws that are out there with good intentions, and they know we all human, we all do shit. Cause some of them do the same shit for, even if it's drinking and driving, they do the same shit too. So they already know. So they will help you out, or let you slide and give you all type of warnings and all that. But like they always tell me, hey, I'm one of the good ones.
So they already know.
Don't put yourself in this situation to where you do run into one like me, they won't be so kind and be so easy on you.
Mm-hmm. But see, and that's the other thing, because like you said, they'll make comments like that. I'm one of the good ones. I've had conversations with other police officers who have said, statements like, oh, I know this officer that does this, to people, and they're this way, and they know, but it's like those are private off the chart,
Yeah.
conversations.
So, cause like, all right, say that on
Acknowledge,
TV, or
acknowledge that there
so,
is a problem. Acknowledge that it's not just in our heads. It's not just us being paranoid. Or this really is an issue, and it's a legit one. It's a legitimate one because it really does happen, and you know those people. You know those officers that do those kind of things. You know those officers that target or ready to gun down or go balls to the wall, against certain ethnicities or certain communities. You are fully aware of that, you and your other counterparts. So stop being silent when stuff happens. Like,
you gotta speak up.
It can't ever, it can't be true because officers don't do any crimes. Officers don't.
I just think they'd be more afraid of stepping on their, cause it's almost it's more like that. All right, we gonna have your back regardless to what you do.
But that makes you look just as bad.
And then, but we said something behind closed doors. No,
that ain't cutting it.
You need to be saying something, for the world to see, to let the world know that
a change
it's a lot of us that's out here that's not like that, and this is what we are trained to do or how to act in these situations.
And that's not what we stand for.
Yeah.
We don't stand for this behavior. This person does not represent us, and we're speaking out on it because of that. And I think if that was seen a lot more, and I'm talking about, like, again, against that blatant, those blatant criminal activities, and I'm calling that criminal because to just open up and shooting people, that's criminal. If I did that just cause.
Oh, you going down, buddy.
That's a crime. So I'm talking about speaking out against those blatant criminal activities that, yes, your counterparts, your peers are doing. That needs to happen more. Will it happen, though?
I don't think so. No time soon.
No time soon.
It's gonna take a, I guess, a well-known officer
to say something.
And
start changing it.
It be people up under them to start coming out and then start being like,
I think it would take a well-known officer, like head. I think it's one of those things that would have to start from the top down.
Yeah, because it.
Like that, like the chief, the commissioner, whomever, they would have to start making a stance of weeding out those kind of officers and, saying this is not what we're standing for. Like, and again, I'm talking about those blatant cases, not the he say, she say, but those blatant cases. I think they would have to start making that stand of, this was not.
Yeah, it's gonna come down from the chief, or like you say, the commissioner.
But
all the first ones, even the first ones that be on the scene,
the response,
first response, it had to start somewhere. Because if not, that's why us as blacks being outraged behind everything, because we feel like the laws ain't even for us either. So even when we do call 911, shit, we dare probably call them on our goddamn self at the same time.
It could be that you call 911 and because you the black one, they go for you first.
Yeah, like hold on, I'm the one who called, motherfucker. Shit, goddamn, I'm trying to defuse the situation.
You supposed to be helping me. Help me.
But yeah, man, this and that sad thing about it that it's been going on. It's just now since it's caught on.
It's now that video is rampant.
Yeah.
It's at everyone's fingertip. Now it's a ooh.
Yeah, because far as we all know, it was just the Rodney King and
that was the first one. I think that was the first one.
And then every now and then you'll get a glimpse here and a glimpse there of what saying going on. But ever since we got these cameras on our phones and that was some of the time where recording things do work, so to speak.
What do you mean?
For like catching the laws and they act of doing police brutality. Mm-hmm. That's when having your phone out do work because it's going viral and everybody's seeing it. So like, hey, letting it be known, hey, this is what they out here, the bad ones out here doing to us. What I'm saying, because that's why I say that's when it do benefit sometimes. Because some people just pull out their phone out just to be just doing it, and then they can be
antagonize,
and they could be helping the situation or showing them attack. Like sometimes, I be like, look at that shit. I be like, You record this and you really want in the room?
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not for defending the people that's committing the crime at all. Because it's like, you don't have an argument. Like, what are you, why?
Like,
why are you crying right now? Why are you protesting? You did something.
put your phone down.
Yeah. Like,
you're not helping us right now. You're really making us look bad.
Please stop talking.
And guess what? They're going to point this one out before they ain't point out all the other bad. They're going to
use this one as an example of saying, see, this is an example. The officer was just doing his job.
Yeah.
And this, and then they'll say these are the kind of things that get blown out of proportion. No, that's one incident that should have been that person wasn't with us.
Yeah. That person ain't part of our crime.
Yeah, we disowned that person. But we talk about these other people. Point out that video. Explain that one.
That's why all I can sit there and tell people is that's why at the end of the day it's about making it home. Even if, we still see it going on, even when we are surrendering or showing officers that, hey, we're not a threat. Keep a cool head. Continue, take the proper precautions on what you need to do. Keep showing them, hey, I ain't got no weapon. Keep having your hands up. Keep informing them that you don't have no weapon. And sometimes just swallow that pill, even if you know you could be in the right sometimes. Especially if you're dealing with an officer that's quick temper appears hostile. Mm-hmm. Sometimes just swallow that pill because at the end of the day, you're trying to make it,
I think that's the thing that sucks is the fact that it's like our kids have to be taught to read it doesn't suck in the sense that they should be taught that anyway. Our children should be taught to respect the law. They, just like respect authority figures, period. Respect your teacher, all that kind of stuff. They should be taught that anyway. Mm-hmm. And I don't know why parents act like they don't need to teach their kids that anymore. But we're gonna talk about that when we talk about school because these kids in school is off the chain. Okay, but they should be taught that anyway. And the fact that it's not being taught is the problem. What is that?
I think there's something else just popped up.
So, that's not the problem. That is a contributing factor to the problem. That people aren't teaching their kids just to respect authority, respect your elders, respect, those people that are providing instruction or whatever. Give them their due respect. Yeah. Just like they should be giving you your due respect. But it is a two-way street. And sometimes you do have to be the one that initiates it. You do have to be the one to start off that vibe. Because like you said, for the most part, whenever I've gotten stopped for any kind of ticket or whatever, I don't have bad encounters with police officers. It's never, anything. Matter of fact, I've had them actually educate me on what I can do to get out of the ticket, get out of paying a big fine, just go take care of this, go do, whatever. I've had awesome encounters with police officers. I've completely respect their profession and appreciate them so much, but can't deny there is a problem. You can't deny there are those bad seeds and those bad apples. And as you know, they say one bad apple spoils the bunch.
Because even like I say, even if you in the right, and when you start, talking to the lawman in a proper manner that you are in the right or whatever, or you doing this for no reason. If, like I say, if they appear hostile, or you see them getting more and more aggressive, and they are applying more physical force or whatever the case may be. That's when you have to start thinking like, okay,
let me just stop right back.
Let me just stop. Let me shut up. Let me just go, because we've been doing to keep escalating the situation, and it's gonna keep getting worse and worse. Like I said, sometimes it be a hard pill to swallow, but Joy swallow, gets a badge number, do what you have to do, and just make a report. Which we do anything, I highly doubt it. But the thing is, making it home.
Do your part.
Yeah.
Do what you can do, as much as you can do.
Yeah.
Yes. So, again, sorry for starting late today. I feel like we missed out on some of our people because of that time difference. But if you get a chance, like I said, share this video with your friends and family, and make sure you follow us on all of our social media pages. And we won't be here next week, but we will return the week after. So thanks, everybody.
Oh, get a day off, boss? Finna turn up Friday.
I hope it cut off on you.
Get busy so I can make it to. I don't have to worry about trying to make it to work.
I won't be here next week. I'm on my vacation. What?